Hello and welcome back to Norco. We had just finished Act 2. We are now in Act 3. I am in What's-His-Face's office. He is in here with me. I'm going to... Let me do this. That's where I keep track of all the dead bodies I found. You can find a lot of dead bodies if you go looking kind of like a treasure hunt. Toilet's right there if you need to wash off. Oh, no thanks. Stop touching that unless you want to see me clown up. You are a clown? Place next door complains that they can see me when I am on the pot. Told them, look the other way. Ain't like I'm making you watch. But I think they like my hole otherwise keeps us connected. Oh, it's a hole in the wall. It's not... Okay. Get out of his... A man wearing battle armor emblazoned with the Red Cross crouches over a turtle on the sidewalk. I couldn't think. A name tag that reads Garrett is fixed in the man's armor. LeBlanc? I was just... Who the F are you? Man, I know this looks weird. I got separated from my, co-workers, and then I saw this turtle, so I stopped to take a look. Why are you outside my place of business dressed like a pervert? He's a... Pervert? I'm dressed like a knight. How am I dressed like a pervert? Look, I can go. Why are you here? For work, I guess. What kind of work? Spiritual work. Kind of like yoga. Or no, more like outer space stuff. Rockets. We're into self-improvement, weightlifting, things like that. Sounds cool as hell, like a cult. It is! It's like a cult, but better. You join and immediately have friends and a dad who wants to hang out with you. Where'd you get this costume? It's not a costume, it's a soldier of Christ. Soldier? Who do you fight? Scum, mainly. Scum. Downtown hipsters, punks, that sort. Where are your co-workers? They said they'd come pick me up before lunch, but it's getting kind of late. Lunch? Launch? Launch. Yeah, what's that mean, launch? I don't know, man. We supposed to do this thing tonight, but it kind of fell apart at the last minute. Why fight scum? Because they think they know everything, but they don't know shit. They think everything they do is morally superior, but it's not. They just make the world worse, but insist they're making it better. I don't want to be in your... I don't want to be in your club, okay? You people are uptight losers. Stop calling me an effing Nazi. I'm not a Nazi, man. I'm just a guy. I'm Caleb. I mean Garrett. I'm effing Garrett. Have fun with your turtle, bro. I will. Thanks for stopping by. I got a little bubble next to my face. Let's see. The Garretts are wandering around Norco? There are young men wandering around Norco wearing plastic battle armor and name tags that say Garrett. The Garretts, I don't know. Million was a spy. LeBlanc believes that Million was a spy for Thomas St. Clair, planted in your home to keep tabs on your mom. Oops. Okay, let's go home. The way I found you, I came right here. Right here, through the front door. It took me a minute to figure out where all the noise was coming from, till I climbed into the attic. They had a ladder that went down through the attic into the closet like a damn haunted house. I got down there, seen the robot had its claws around your neck, so what I did was I kicked you out of the way. Probably kicked you pretty hard, come to think of it. Robot's face was all opened up. She had... shit, I don't even know what it was. A big glowing tumor floating in your head? Wait, I don't know what it was. A big glowing tumor floating in your head. She tried closing up her face to protect it, but I already had my 9 drawn. Popped her a few good times before she could snap her face shut. She whined a little bit and fell over. Wasn't easy, you know. Wait, wasn't easy getting you back up the ladder, but I managed. Let's go check and make sure the robot's still there. Maybe you have a look around that room. That right there, I left her. That's right where I left her. Don't look like she's going anywhere. Going nowhere. What the hell was Catherine doing in this room? Spooks me out. Don't even look, Kay. Just don't think about it. She wasn't who you thought she was. An anti-malware advertisement repeats itself infinitely on the laptop display. At the center of the table sits a cheap plastic electronic device. One USB cord runs from the instrument to the computer tower and the other runs to the laptop. No Wi-Fi connection detected. What kind of gizmo is this? Drivers corrupted. Device required update. Kate? Get me online. This answering machine kind of pushy. Let's get it hooked up to the internet, see what happens. How do I do that? This is a military-graded signal jammer. One of these is enough to take the whole neighborhood offline. No wonder that answer machine can't get into the internet. It takes someone with expertise to disable one of these things. Need me to handle it? Think I'll manage. You unplug the single jammer from the wall. That thing should have a connection now. Wi-Fi connected detected. Connection. Installing drivers. Installing complete. Critical functionality has been deprecated. To interact with this instance, please install your preferred head drive client on your mobile device. For more information on the hosting options, please visit the Greater New Orleans Neurovisioning Clinic website today. Head drive client. You got one of them on your phone? Oh, it's the same phone. Compressing local artifacts. Resolve. Establishing remote connection. Okay. Unread items. Okay. I'm speaking to my daughter. Catherine? Yes. You effing with me because I'm drunk? Face module enumeration model conflict detected. Can you attacked K? Attacked K? You talking about million? What is million? What are you talking about, Kate? How the hell we even having this conversation? You pull the phone from LeBlanc. What are you? I am Catherine, age 52, branch identifier November, whatever about 1.0.0. I am hosted on a 32 terabyte head host external hard drive without cloud support. What happened to Million? I'm sorry, I do not know Million. I do not know what happened to Million. We need to find Blake. What happened, dear? To my son? Blake's missing. Blake is missing. Is he lost? His face is a shadow. Kate, you know where he might be? Blake is missing. This phone broken or something? What do you remember? Last. There in the chair where I sat. The room was dark. The clinician asked questions. After the appointment, I was to meet with Super Duck. Super Duck is a version consciousness of Duck. The what? Please rephrase. Kate, why you was going see Duck? I was going to see Super Duck, a spawn of Duck, a deformity. But why? Because of what I saw? What I saw in the lake. Kate, you ever went see Duck like I told you to? We better go pay him another visit. I can't make no sense of this. About me? What do you remember? You are my child in the session complete? Is the session complete? My oldest. I remember that you held my leg as a baby when you began to walk. About Blake. I remember many things about Blake. I remember that he cried and he didn't want me to die. He asked me not to die. Did I die? Please specify what you mean by blue. He was your husband. Kay, can you hear me? Kay, please. Do not know about blue. Have I forgotten blue? The house was dark and I couldn't make out the shape. Was this blue? This answering machine mentioned Duck. Let's run by Dimes and have a word with him. Maybe he knows what's going on with all this nonsense. I never liked the robot, but it's still hard seeing her this way. Had to do it though, otherwise you'd be one missing a face. This is getting to be too much. Figures after Catherine died, she'd leave a big mess behind. Just keep your head on straight, alright? We're going to find Blake, then you can skip town again and forget this place for good. Hell, if there's room in the truck, I might come along. I trusted Million. Like I said, I never trusted her, not for a minute. She figured she was just a set of eyes for Thomas St. Clair. Should we go see Duck? I gather we should. That's about the only sense I can make out if, of what the phone was saying. Million was shot in the face. Oops, that's not what I wanted to pick. Discovering your mom's head drive. Million attacked you. LeBlanc was passing by the house, heard the commotion, and rushed to help. He shot her multiple times. You run your fingers over the flake glass of Million's faceplate. Shards fall to the ground beside her limp hand. There is no life left to the machine. Alright. You wanted me to go to Dimes? Dimes discount? Butcher? Shield, Dimes discount, Dimes. Oh! Garrett. What? Two teenagers wearing cheap costumes. Block the door. Each wears a name tag, reads Garrett. This must be them co-workers that little nerd was talking about outside the place of business. Happy Halloween, kids. You look like a couple of soda cans. Get off my lawn, bitch. So y'all work with the other little dude outside my place of business? We work only for ourselves. Were these the LARPers that were in? We don't answer to anyone. We free Garretts. Alright, whatever. Where the hell's Duck? Where the hell's Doug? That's what I'm asking you. Duvoot? What? Excuse me, boy? Getting a little fresh. Think I might have to whoop your ass. Seriously? Let's kill the clown. I don't know, dude. I could if I wanted to. I just... Silence, Garrett. I can't see out of this thing. Stand tall, barbarian. The barbarians are at the gate. Adolescent turns towards LeBlanc. Ready yourself for death. Oh no! Oh, F this. Just what in the hell was that about? Let's go check Duck now. I'm worried. Duck, hey Duck. Clay, are you around? Old man ain't left his house in years. How them little kids do with him? A scribbled letter sits on the desk. Never thought things would get this effed up. It all took a turn after he made us tie up the dead lady's kid. Dead lady's kid? Kate, you don't think. Then he tossed John's head in the water. What in the John's eyes? They weren't his. They were glowing. I'll never forget that. All the Garretts at the rocket bin sneaking around trying to find his head. I didn't like John, but hell, everyone deserves a funeral. We know he tossed it out of the boat somewhere around, oh god, latitude 30. I'm gonna write this down. .0077 and longitude negative 90.366, right? But the lake is so full of sediment we can't see shit. Losing hope that we'll find it. That's all I know. You boys be safe. Them coordinates is in Lake Pontchartrain, and they're searching the swamps. Put that in your pocket. This right here is the closest thing to a lead we got. That dead lady's kid just might be your brother. Outside library. Oh hell, bruh. Doug, hey. Doug slouches in his office chair. Boop, boop. LeBlanc shakes the man's shoulders and snaps his fingers before his face. He's breathing. Wake up, Pops, wake up. Doug's eyes slowly widen. Brett? He attempts to smile. That's good, That's good. Detective? What's good? You don't look so hot, Clay. We gotta get you to some help over here. Just taking a nap is all. Them little creeps still out front. We took care of them. How about you, Kay? You ever get your mother's stuff back from the refinery? What'd you find? A forged discount code that unlocked a secret room in the middle of the house. Catherine James Bond all of a sudden? Catherine James Bond all of a sudden? Why you so surprised? That sounds like Catherine to me. That's who she was. From the outside, she was just normal, mundane. You wouldn't even think much of her. But that was a disguise, a costume that she wore. She was clever, always hiding something. You must be ready to leave this town for good. Never leaving it in. Well, suit yourself. The hell's going on around here? What them kids was doing outside? The two little ones got separated from the rest of the pack. They had a whole gang in here earlier, asking me all kinds of questions I didn't know the answers to. All because of that thing right there. He lifts his frail hand towards the device on the desk. Biggest mistake of my life. How they managed to find it is beyond me. Thought I lost it years ago. Figures I'd come back to find me. So, what is that device? The piece of trash head drive I was telling you about earlier has my brain sitting in it. Gave birth to that monster that calls itself Super Duck. The one your mother got mixed up with. But the head drive seems more or less broken now. Oh god, where'd they go? Don't know, couldn't even guess all this is about, but they mentioned your mother said they have her. They have Kate? How? That's what I'm wondering myself. Catherine's lying in a casket in Riverwood Road. Them dummies probably grabbed the wrong person. What would they want with her? You think I know, Brett? What about Blake? They say anything about him? Nothing about Blake, but wouldn't surprise me if he's in the mix, takes after his granddaddy. What were they asking? Asking me to talk to the drive. Interpreted what was saying, something about needing to find a rock or no, a stone? I just kept my mouth shut. I don't want a thing to do with that head drive. It's a curse. But I guess they figured it out on their own because they sure left in a hurry. Why didn't they take the head drive with them? It was so chaotic in here, I didn't know what was going on. All of them just shouting over each other. They were as confused as I was. Whole thing seemed like a big mess, like nobody was in charge, and then they suddenly were gone. How'd they find the head drive? Like I said, I don't know the slightest clue. Figured out why. Figured the monster ran afoul of these people, stole something from them. Maybe they did a little research, found a head drive, and that's all it all started. Maybe they thought if they did that, they could find whatever it is they were looking for. How they know the head drive is yours? That part's easy. It's got my name on the thing. We'll get we'll get you help. No, don't bother with me. A little nap is all I need. No way in hell. I'm calling. You ain't calling nobody, Brett. Cool it. You think this is bad the way I am right here? It's been this way for years. You getting bent out of shape about it. I've just been sitting in this house, hardly able to walk. No more good days. You want to help me? Come drop by time to time, alright? I will, Clay. I really will. Good, that's all I'm asking. Okay. This looks just like the gizmo Kate had where we'd everyone start getting these things. And nobody wanted to tell Brett. Okay. The Garretts may have Blake and your mom. You found a note at Duck's house that suggests the Garretts have kidnapped Blake, but also overheard them mention that they have your mom. The Garretts are looking for a decapitated head somewhere in the lake. The Garretts found Duck's head drive, then managed to find the original head drive that spawned the monster called Super Duck. Duck believes Super Duck stole something from them and they want it back. They brought the head drive to Duck in order to force him to communicate with it. He refused. Are in a state of a disarray. They left his house in a state of disarray and confusion. Left in a hurry, which may suggest they found what they're looking for. Super Duck is a viral fork of a duck's consciousness created by the same neural vision clinic that your mom visited before her death. The head drive that once hosted the version somehow escaped Duck's possession and spread like a network virus. It's eventually manifests itself physically into what Duck describes as a monster. Contracted your mom. Your mom was conducting research for the monster known as Super Duck shortly before her death. Sunken head. There's a head in the lake. People were looking for it. Oh no. Oh, he is gone. Okay, Apple Street home. Flightgate Tavern, maybe? Why do you sound like that? Brett doing following you around. Need me to call the police? Nah, we're pals. You say so. What, Gus? You think I ain't got friends? I got me all kinds of friends, bro. Why does he sound like that? Alright, Brett. No more friends that I know what to do with. Now, what do we do? You check your phone. If Duck's device is anything like your mama's, might have some info. What's with the letter we found? Say they was looking for a head in the lake. Somewhere around the coordinates is listed. We'll get it figured out. This kind of thing they pay me for. Outside. Oh, wait. Network ping, detective. Emergency safe mode initiated. Prime mode is terminal state. Is that negative? The coordinates way out in the lake. Just like the ones written down in the note. Your truck got gas? Think we'll be taking a little trip to the lakefront. I'm ready when you are. Lake Pontchartrain? I didn't get the cat. I don't know. Just slow down, kid. Road's washed out up here. Oh, jeez. You continue to accelerate, but the truck stays put. Right, now it's stuck. What'd I tell you? Got any recovery gear in the things on this thing? Shit, we're on foot now, I guess. Looks like there's a fishing camp just up the road. If we want to reach the coordinates, we'll need a boat. Bet they got one we can borrow. How you holding up, kid? What are we doing here? Shit, you know. I'm asking myself the same question. But here's what I think. I think them little dudes named Garrett kidnapped your brother. I think they came out to the lake looking for something. Maybe it was the head they mentioned in the note they left at Duck's place. Maybe it's the coordinates of the distress signal. The one that Duck's gizmo was spitting out. I ain't got my whole picture pieced together yet. That help any? Hey, I know where we at. That's Peachy Duhan's fishing camp? Me and my daddy more or less lives out here for a time. Old man Peachy hated my ass. And that's the interstate. Interstate 10 overpass over there. Is that the causeway? There's a map on the bulletin board, might help refresh my memory. And I wonder who we got to talk to get a ride on the boat. These coordinates we got are all the way out in the lake. Let me take a look at this map right quick so I can get my bearings. The detective inspects the map pinned to the bulletin board, tracing his finger over the bayous. Yeah, right. I remember this whole stretch from when I was a kid. They call this area La Branche. Used to be an old fishing village up until a hurricane knocked it out the lake. Peachy's camp was only building left standing where we are at now. Trapanier? I don't know. That's the one word I don't know how to pronounce. Trapaniers? Pond? It's just across the way. They named it after the plantation man from back in the old days. Then you got the Interstate Canal. The government dug that to build Interstate 10. They let a whole lot of salt water into the swamp in the process, killed off a lot of the trees. That's how we ended up with ghost bayous. Them just old bayous without any trees left standing. The banks eroded without no roots to hold them in place, so you can't hardly see where you're steering your boat before you run it aground. Weren't just the government's fault, though. Long ago, they used to log these swamps for timber, left scars all over the place. Like the logging wheel. Reason it looks like a wheel is because they'd park a big pull boat right there in the center. Then them guys would start chopping the trees down to the one direction and another, like the spokes of a wheel. They called it a pull boat because they'd hitch the trees to the big rope. Okay, I don't need a history lesson, dude. They had a drum of the boat around the size of the car. The drum would spin, The granddaddy told me it was a spit out smoke, and it ain't never seen. Then down here is the lower I'm not gonna remember this. The lower suction canal. A lot of people died along that canal when the hurricanes came through and took out La Branche. They got people go scuba diving in there looking for treasure lost to the storm. Not always easy to find your way around the area. Good thing there's a map. It looks like somebody stuck a note to it. Oh, God. A name tag pins a hand-sprawn letter to the board. Yo, Garrett. Garrett? Again with these little dudes? Meet us at John's Pond on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. Ain't never heard of John's Pond in my life. It's a mess over there. People have been posting about it online, driving out from the city to take pictures with the Ark. If you're coming from this way, the only route is through Bayou Ghost Bayous. Up the... Oh, that's another word I don't know. Apocryphon app? And take a look at the map. You'll see some blinking lights. Those mark the locations of the portals. When you drive through them, it's like snorting that stuffed ditch man scrapes off the urinals. If you keep your head on the straight, the portals will take you to a light source. Each one will be a little different. Don't let it freak you out. Just be cool, Garrett, and make those lights blink just like you see them on the map. Do that and you'll get swamp vision, bruh. The ghost bayous will appear for you. Good luck. What? Yeah, exactly. What? Even. Can you help us pull our truck out the mud? You were racing down the levee, weren't you? She was hitting every washout she saw. Wish I could help. I got a winch on my truck, but it's on the other side of the spillway. You know Peachy? Duan, the old man who owns this camp? Sure, I knew Peachy. What do you mean, knew? You ain't seen about it on the news? Peachy been dead a long time, maybe 10 years. Come on. Yeah, Peachy been dead. He took several others with him. The man finally cracked. Damn, figured it might end like that for him. He was a bad dude. He said anything about me before he died, Brett LeBlanc? What? Anything bad about me. I don't think you understand what happened here. Peachy locked himself in that camp with 3 hostages and a pile of ammunition and refused to leave. Wasn't cuz he was mad at me though? The hell kind of question is that? Forget it. So who's at the camp now? His grandson split the place into units and turned them into vacation rentals. All kinds of people pass in and out. Figure they don't have any clue that took place inside. Is that your boat? Not mine. Believe the boat belongs to the camp. I suppose they do have a key. Let's go pay them a visit, okay? See if we can get a key from them. You know anything about the note? The one with the name tag on it? All I know is that these boys been coming by taking pictures of that map with their phones. There are always interesting types passing through since they turned Peachy's place into vacation rentals, but these fellas are a different type entirely. What kind of knock was that? You're gonna get nobody's attention knocking like that. We gotta get wacky with it. Open up! We got to use that boat right quick. The boat came with the rental. It's ours. Bruh, let me just lay it out for you. This little highway rat right here is looking for her brother. You got me? We think he might be out there in the swamp. I wish I could help you, but we need that boat. Good luck. Nah, knock again, Kay. Just keep knocking until we get the key to that boat. They'll get the sick of us eventually. Hey, man. Lord help me. If you need the boat so much, why ain't you using it? This isn't any of your business. We're trying to save lives here. As are we. Through research, this conversation is preventing me from conducting, so please leave. Please, I'm begging you to be quiet down. Listen, I think we can work something out. Trout, my cousin Susie's ex-husband, he bought 4 or 5 gold doubloons from a Canadian guy in Mississippi. That's just a weird sentence in itself. We buried one of them under his mom's house. I'm over there all the time. I keep a few car batteries in her shed. It's all this nonsense. I can't lend out the boat indefinitely. You understand? We need it. It won't be indefinite. We got coordinates for some little gizmo sending out a distress call. A distress call? Jesus Christ. Mapadna duck. Door slams open. Mention of duck's name. Who are you? So, yeah, buddy of mine has this little gizmo. It's like, hell, I don't know, an answer machine? I guess it keeps spitting out these coordinates in the lake. What else did he say? Said he got a stress out node, bruh. Something getting stressed out in the lake. Where are the coordinates? They in the phone. It's the node. Figured you're right. And you two are just going to boat right up to it? Sure, boating ain't nothing to me. Been boating my whole life. Why wouldn't we? Because it isn't safe. What other option is there? It isn't safe, Abby. Are you familiar with the network that some call Super Duck? Duck's my buddy I was telling you about. Clayton Richard? Yeah, Clay, good buddy of mine. Dallas, this guy looks familiar. Hey, bud! I never said I knew the source. Give him the key. Shit, really? That sure help. It's irresponsible. If we give you the key, you must do something for us. Happy to help. What you need? Take this. I'm gonna pass it to a small handheld device. Hold it before the node. Press the little button. Think we can manage that. And return it to us. That's it? That's it. Dallas? Yeah. The boat key, give it to them. He says nothing. Settled? Supposed? I suppose? That's right. It is. Ruh-roh. Well, we got a key. We got all the stuff. Okay, so now I have a key. Oop, oop, oop. A man in a trench coat and elaborate polo. Okay. What's up? What's your role in all this? I don't feel like getting into it. Been running jobs for a super for years. That's why Doc Moore pulled me into this. All money is tied up in the Quack coin now with the network down. Quack's worth nothing. So I take whatever work comes my way. Stay safe. There's something in the air tonight. What do you mean? Doesn't matter what I mean. Just keep your wits up. Alright. You know what? Let's get in the boat. Let's see. Look at that. It works. Let's take a little ride. You headed into the lake? Yes, sir. You done much riding out there? All the time. Then you know what it's like. A lot of the land has eroded away. Once you get past the Interstate 10, you can't hardly see where the water ends and the land begins. You talking about ghost bayous? That's right. The man turns his attention to you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're saying the land is eroded so it looks like open water. That's right. Once you pass beneath the interstate bridge out there, it's hard to tell the eroded land where all the dead trees fell from the open water. You might run your prop over the submerged cypress trees, might even get yourself stuck. And how are we supposed to get through? The strange boys with the name tags that they've been coming around lately, they seem to get through the ghost bayous just fine. They're always looking at the map. Maybe they know something we don't. And one more thing. If you got a sonar tracker on your phone, keep it handy. All kinds of stuff is hidden in this lake. Don't be shy about jumping in the water. You'll see some weird things down there, but it's just a trick of the light. No, they got ghosts in the waters. They got gators. Nonsense. Don't pay it any mind. Been swimming in these bayous all my life. You still got your legs there, Lieutenant Dan? Because I'm not getting in no bayou with no gators. If you get an alert from the sonar, dive in and see what it's about. Can I save here? Save, please. Yes. Because... Here we go. Alright, Kate. Time to put on our detective hats. You got your phone handy? Let's take a look at the GPS. There was 2 sets. What? There was 2 sets of coordinates at Duck's place. One we found scribbled on the letter that mentions your brother, said they were searching for a head. Now, I don't think that's your brother's head. That ain't what I'm saying, but I got a hunch all this is connected. Coordinates for that area on the northwest side of the lake might be worth checking. The other came from the app on your phone. It was putting out some kind of distress signal. Looks like the ones coming from Eagle's Pond. Both sets of coordinates are past Ghost Bayous. We want to get there. We got to figure out how to get through the Ghost Bayous first. You got that? Now, you do the driving. I'm going to loosen the tie and relax. Are you kidding me? Sonar gone off. You figure they got something down there in the lake? Why don't you dive in and find out what it is? Why don't you? I'm trying to relax. This is off my hours. But be ready. What the man on the pier said is wrong. They got ghosts down there. A partner of mine dove in the water to drive a pilot, and when he was building this camp, said he saw his dead granddaddy swimming around in the... Right. Glad it's off the hours. God, it's off... Ugh, glad it's my off hours. I'd hate to see something like that with the kind of hangover I got. As you fall into the lake, you watch the traffic lights over the overpass become like a mirage. On the surface of the water, there is a sound of cars rushing over you, and there is a sound of your descent. And there is nothing. The lake and all of the sediment of the infinite in is silence. It holds you captive, and you are unable to move, paralyzed in this way. You watch the dim suggestion of headlights cut off across the bridge in their erratic cadence. All at once, the explosion of sound punctuates that vacuum of silence. For the smallest amount, the silence returns before a truck crashes into the water, sending a shock wave that releases you from the water's grip. The truck is sinking quickly, unnaturally, as if being pulled magnetically from below. You swim down to the vehicle, the headlights kill as approach, and the cab lights flickers on. Blake sits in the passenger seat with a familiar look of distress. The driver's seat is empty. He sees you and begins to bang on the window. Cab fills quickly, cutting the light. You pull open the door and swim into the cab as the pressure equalizes, and you feel around desperately, your lungs screaming. The cab light awakens again to reveal the empty vehicle. Blake is nowhere. Light pulls burn. Okay. Return to the boat, woman. Where am I going? I gotta go this way. John's pawn is that way. Alright. We're in the Ghost Bayous now. We're running straight into dead trees that fell into the lake. Going to be impossible getting through here like this. We'll need to figure something out. Huh? What if I go this way? I might have to go this way. Can I do that? Oh. Hold on. We'll never make it through it like this. We keep hitting all these sunken trees. Can't see where we're going. We better figure something else out. I can't go anywhere else. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Shush. How far out? I'm right there. Look at that. Dive. You plunge into the water. You pass your hands through the increasingly obscure cloud sediment. Okay. You make your way closer. You discern shadow form. You pass your hands over it. Soft, gelatinous flesh. The distinct ridge of a nose. The firm mistake texture of teeth. The rest. John's head added to the inventory. What you got there, Kay? That's disgusting. A little treasure from the lake. You hand the head over to, from its something tangled of hair and display it to LeBlanc. Dear sweet mother, Jesus. The head continues to rock gently in the wind. That's great, kid. Just put it down. And what's with these eyes? LeBlanc taps his fingernails on one of the eyes. Those eyes ain't human. He presses his thumb into the head, and the two glass-like orbs slipped easily from the eye sockets. The head is extremely without eyes. Entirely without eyes. Alright, playtime's over. We still got another set of coordinates to check off. Finally, good night. Duck blinds. Let's go this way first. What the hell is this? God's name am I looking at here? I see some big bald eagles in the spillway before. Never nothing like this. Looks like somebody tore its eyes out. You want some eyeballs? You slot the eyes in the bird's empty sockets. Bro, what? The bird just puked out a floating ball. Mr. Peachy used to tell us all the time they got aliens in this lake. The hell is it doing to you? Almost looks like it's giving you a sniff. The sphere shrinks down and buries itself inside of your coat. Whoa now. Looks like you made a friend. Be careful carrying that ball around in your pocket, Kay. Don't let it blast lasers out of your eyes. Shit. Feel kind of sorry for the big bird. First time I seen an alien do that to a bird. All the heat coming off this thing starting to make my skin itch. I mean, okay. Super Duck is dying. The Super Duck node in the lake vomited out a luminous sphere that seems to play a role in network's decay. Your mom saw something in the lake. Super Duck ate it. Maybe Super Duck consumed the vessel of light and gained power or wisdom, but it only destroyed the network in the end. I mean, she did bring the ball to the bird. I'm gonna save before I talk to these things, because I don't want to go through all of that again. 3 Garrett's guard the pass. Their tonsures, robes, and smudged foreheads awaken something in your memory. Ugh. No more getting through this way. Ditch man's orders. Unless you're the one with the messenger. Are you the one with the messenger? You want the head? We found a head in the lake. Oh, so you found it. We're searching for a while, but we gave up. What the hell happened? John got what was coming to him. He took us for granted. Wouldn't let us wear what we wanted. So Ditchman popped his head off. And that's okay with you? John was terrible. Everybody thought so. The messenger? That's right. The big round thing with the juice in it. Oh, you talking about the juice ball? We got the juice ball right here. Okay, show him. Show this little dude the juice ball. We're looking for my brother? You know a guy named Blake? Little loser guy. Clothes don't fit right. Dead lady's kid. Oh yeah! Jesus lady's kid. He's at the Ark, all tied up like a pig. He's alive? Yeah, Ditchman's taking good care of him. He's fine. You hear this, Kay? We gotta get through. There's holding your brother captive. Oh, God. Okay. We await the bearer of the messenger. Ditchman prophesizes that she will pass through this very bayou with the messenger hidden in her pocket. We will radio him after she leaves so that he may prepare her throne. Kay got this big marble that shrunk down inside her pocket. You talking about something like that? Yes. Kay, show him that ball you found in the bird's mouth. Wait till you see this thing. Show him, Kay. What? The head you discovered in a lake belongs to the name John, and once leader of the Garretts, he was beheaded by the ditch man. The man in the ditch is Garrett's new leader? The man in the ditch beheaded Kidder John to secure his place as the leader of the Garretts and take control of the Ark. The ditch man. That's it. Is that it? As the light is nourished and divine, I can see the crystallized texture. Flood me with another kiss, I'm begging you. I'm on the edge. Just one more time, please. What is this? Garretts have kidnapped my brother. Tied up like a pig. Okay. Flood me with a divine kiss. Ooh, yeah. There was a swamp and a lake and a refinery, and Kay had no face. I am the one. There is a great coming apart of this world. Can you see it? The coming apart so that the light that was hidden in the salt can shine again. I was the one in them all. I am the one in the swamp. But who would be in this swamp and not fly your mother's corpse into the stars as the Benedict where prayer collide? Who would not follow your mother down the ditch if I were the light and if they were a man? If I were the light and if I were the man who presides over this night, this ditch man night, I am the one. So y'all mind if we squeeze right by? Right quick. What? Oh, you got the messenger? Nice. Yeah, you can pass. Ditch man's waiting. Hey, Brett. Yeah. Radio the base. Let them know the messenger's on the way. Come in, ground control. This is Duck Blinds. Ground control, come in. Garrett? Why is no one answering over there? Probably just preparing for launch. You two are free to take your boat through this pass. As soon as we get someone from base on the radio, we'll let them know you're coming. What? So I can't leave? Alright. We're just gonna go. I'm gonna try to dive again. You sink into the shallow depths. You take a hand, return to the boat. Having climbed over the gunwale, you observe the object that discovered in the waning evening light. Monkey! Monkey returns your gaze. His eye is now empty of and knowing of evidence of life. You found another toy cat, you rotting head needed a friend to play with? That's nice. I didn't know I could find Monkey. There is no infinite stare left in the stuffed toy. You place him in your bag. I'm so glad I went. Diving? Because remember...
Keith Scorer! Here's Keith!
Why? Keith in the ring. What an evening it has been in Norco, folks. I had just left the Shield's exclusive carnival ball where Lauren St. Clair was found dead in her office, and the corpse of the disgraced academic Catherine Madre, no friend of the St. Clair family, was exhumed from the Red Church mausoleum. Coincidence? Keith sure doesn't think so. To top it all off, the charismatic social media influencer Kidder John has announced that tonight he will be launching a homebrewed spacecraft for the right here in the Branch Waste wetlands. John and his disciples were able to erect this engineering behemoth in the complete secrecy despite sitting squarely in the flight path of Armstrong International Airport. Does it end here? Not quite. An inside source tells me that a war is brewing among our rival factions of Kenner John's disciples. The infamous Garrett's and an unfamiliar figure named Ditchman has emerged to challenge John's reign amidst discord. And John, rarely caught off stream, is nowhere to be found. Who will win the war of the Garretts? Who will kill Laura St. Clair? What is the same culprit who exhumed the recently embodied body of Catherine Madday? Where is Kenner John? Will he manage to get his junker off the ground? Keep your eyes in the ring, because Keith's got him cornered in Keith's corner. Oh, that's the old man. Jesus. What is happening? Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake before she died, determined that the upper minute construction in the question was related to a spacecraft deep in the wetlands surrounded by Lake Pontchartrain. I always wanted to be a Garrett. I installed the app and never could find the readings. I followed those guys online. They never follow me back, but that's fine. Starting to think all the Garretts might die tonight. All might die? Why? This whole thing is a huge mess. No one knows who's steering the ship. Literally half the Garretts defected. The rest of them seem to be losing their minds. I have here the Garretts inside the Ark. The engineers are holding it together, but this isn't what space travel's supposed to look like, is it? Half-assed like this seems bad. We're looking for my brother. Who's your brother? Guy named Blake, little drugged out dude with a bad facial hair. He thinks this rocket freaks kidnapped him. We think they kidnapped him. Oh, I don't know anything about that. This picture just keeps getting worse. What a sight! How'd you hear about it? Text from a friend. Did you bring a kayak or anything? Someone let me float over their raft. What about you? Float over on their raft. Inflatable mattress. Worth it. So I'd do whatever it takes to watch these things explode. Greetings. Custom figure keeps his attention focused on the distant crowd. Dig the costume. Thank you. I assembled it from a mess of discarded things. I came here with a group of others from S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Carnival Ball. Police and private security were swarming the facility as I left. Disturbance of some kind. A perfect evening to launch a rocket with the cops already tied up in the refinery. What happened at the refinery? Another attendant of the ball said that there was an explosion, though I didn't hear or see or hear anything from within the Good Hope plantation. Perhaps we'll find out more in the evening news. And so here I am from one circus to the next. This rocket, these people, what do you make of it? They want to leave this world. Who can blame them? They must have a death wish. Maybe they want to live, but are willing to risk death for what they believe. That's not so uncommon. Shipping container, staging area, fishing camp. Let's go to a fishing camp. Oh! Wow. I like this area. These dudes ain't messing around, my kind of people. How's it going tonight, folks? What's happening in this corner? We're waiting on Ditchman to show his cowardly ass. And what happens then? Well, the man gestures to the sniper position on the roof of the camp. What's it look like? Well, y'all ain't exactly hidden. Ditchman thinks he's immortal. We're going to rid him of that notion. Damn, you hear that, Kay? They want to kill the Ditchman. I'm gonna gonna save that for later. I don't know if that's gonna be... Where's Ditchman? Where is he? The minute he shows his face, we're gonna smoke his ass. Okay. Who would fly to space with these Garrett dudes? Okay. Whoa. Where am I? I'm in the staging area. John's Pond, shipping container, entrance. What the shipping container? Keep filming. I just know he's going to snap. The other Garrett stitched him and he doesn't even realize it. When even the Garretts can't stand you, that's when you know it's bad. An armed man watches over the area from a lawn chair perched on the roof of this shipping container. Who invited scum to a launch party? This was supposed to be the Garretts only. Oh, that's the guy that was at the... Are you an elite Garrett? Well, yes, I am the elite Garrett, but I'm the original Garrett, but John never let me be a Garrett because I couldn't find his stupid readings. So, are you a Garrett or are you aren't a Garrett? I'm a Garrett, I'm the Garrett. Then why it says Gooch on your name tag? When we get to Mars, all the others will be Gooch and I'll be the only Garrett. Puppy promised. I ain't even gonna ask. We want to get into the rocket. Well, you can't. Only Garretts are allowed inside the Ark. If you want to fly to Mars with the boys, then you should have earned your badge a long time ago. I'm only the one around here with a key card to get in, and there's no way I am lending it out to scum like you. I'm basically a Garrett. She ain't lying, a weird little nerd just like y'all. She always been that way, used to make me laugh, but I think it's sad. She's scum, I can tell by how she dresses. What do you mean? Like she's been living in a trash can? Yeah. And that's how you dressed? Nah, I'm dressed like a monk. Why? Hi, are you here for the liftoff? Can I help you? Yeah, why you got blood coming out your mouth? I'm looking for Blake. I do not know Blake. Dead lady's kid. That means something to you. Yeah, the true receiver of the message, the progeny of Christ, the lady of the eternal evening. You sounded like Pawpaw with all that shit. Yes, like Pawpaw, the anointed. I thought Ditchman was the anointed. Yes! Pawpaw, the Ditchman wanderer. You telling me Pawpaw is up there in that rocket with Blake? Yes. Old man's back. Unreal. The lady of the eternal evening sits upon her throne beside her child in the shepherd's watch. Oh, where's the shepherd's watch? The shepherd's watch crowns the ship. It's where Ditchman awaits the messenger. We cannot retrieve the messenger for the bird freak, but the last of Christ's progeny will deliver it to us. What language was that? It shall be Ditchman foretold. Say, kid, how do we get in the rocket ship? Only the engineers and the security Garretts are allowed entrance into the Ark. Why aren't you in the rocket? The senior Garretts would prefer I stand here and greet those who are arriving. Sounds like they kicked you off the ship. Absolutely not. Without a specialized knowledge, they would be unable to fly this machine. I am the one of the original ne'er-do-wells who have constructed a starship in the swamp. I am virtuous and immortal, much like my anointed leader, Ditchman. What about John? John, I recoil upon hearing his name. John is a blasphemous fool who wears sneakers while demanding that Garretts walk the earth to scale. If I had his head, I would wave it around in honor of the anointed one. Oh shit, I think we got his head in Kay's bag. Are you serious? Give it to me. And I will show you just how serious I am. You want it? Is this John? His head. I have his head just like Ditchman. Just like him. Like Ditchman. He's John's head's John's head. Everyone listen, I haven't conducted a service of the Lord. Oh. I am the one they call Ditchman. I have taken the head of John. Head of John, I have made him suffer. He's not just. Oh. This my kind of place where you sign up to be a Garrett. Ditchman is Swamp. You heard it too, huh? It makes sense. The old dude had a weird obsession with you, Mama. Now he's out here with all these freaks. Don't get me wrong, they pretty cool. You gotta be cool to build a spaceship. But the old man thought your mama was kin to Jesus. Now that she's dead, doesn't surprise me. She turned his attention to Blake. Nutty stuff. I was supposed to get into the rocket. I got no clue. Let's go talk to some people. See what we can piece together. Garrett needs to put that head down and stop saying he's Ditchman, bruh. If those guys across the yard hear him say that, they'll kill him. There's some old friends of John's. They showed up when they found out Papa was trying to take over the Ark. Those guys across the yard are looking to kill Pup. If they hear Garrett shouting that he's Ditchman, they'll kill him. Okay. Hey, welcome to the party. Why are so many people here? I was wondering that myself. A friend of mine saw something online about a small Nazi trying to launch a rocket where we weren't doing anything else, so we came to see ourselves. Guess work got out. How did you get here? Oh yeah, the part was a mess. The rocket scientists tried to build a road from Kenner into the lake, but dumping a bunch of oyster shells in the marsh. So as soon as the cars started using it, the road sunk straight into the water. A friend of mine's car is sitting half flooded in the parish line, but all these other people drove in from the city with kayaks, canoes, inflatable rafts, what have you. We parked in some neighborhood along the lakefront and walked as far down their janky road as we could until some guy in a ski mask picked us up on the raft. Okay. How did those small freaks build something like this, man? It doesn't make any sense. What I heard is the Shield gave Kenner John a bunch of money and he hired a team of engineers. No way! Just what I heard. I heard it was a crowdfunded. That's how they keep it secret for so long. No clue. Friend of mine knows a Garrett. He said they hired contractors for part of the construction but designed the whole thing themselves. They can even fly it. No way in hell. That's why I'm here, to watch those dipshits blow themselves up. Come on, Rico. What? They're Nazis? They're not. Yeah, they're just dorks. They squatted in a mall, built a rocket. Besides, drink any saint somewheres every night. Garrett's a fine. We're the dorks. That. Wow, I'm in the swamp. This is unbelievable. The majesty of this place is so inspiring. Swamp's pretty cool. We just was taking a dive under the bridge and found a whole car down there. You're a driver, so are you like a real swamp person? I've been in these swamps my whole life. Oh, said we were chumming the waters. The ground beneath us is sinking as I'm standing here. All of the places to build a rocket. Why do they... swamp. There are lots of people trying to get in. Some of them are just spectators who want to take a look around. Then there are the men posted at the camp on the east side of the rocket. They seem to have more sinister intentions. And of course, there are all the lower garrets. You've been locked out, intentionally, I'm sure. Wish I could help you. Someone around here must know a way in. Why the costumes? We're at the Shields Masquerade Ball. There were reported gunshots. Sound like a work of oil pirates. No doubt they'll escalate the manhunt underway for Lucky. Underway for Lucky? Who's Lucky? Is that the old man? A pirate who's gotten a bit too bold. He's been testing Shield's patience. He's going to get himself killed. I hope he lives. Deep down, so do I. I don't think Lucky knows what kind of enemies he's making, but he'll soon find out. The man in the ditch is Papa. The man in the ditch is Papa, former Norco resident who believed that your mom was a descendant of Jesus Christ. The man in the ditch. Life is a mystery. Let's see. I can't. Do I need to go back? Can I leave and come back and... Okay, I can do that. Alright. That was weird. Can I go here to fishing camp? Hey. Yes, what is it? Did you get my readings? There's no data register for me to go to the node like we agreed. Get my reading. Shoot. I don't know how to get your reading. Okay. I thought I did by going there. Wait. Is there a... back here. Fishing camp? Who's this? Chuck. Bucket. That little dude on the shipping container screaming his head off about being ditchman. Better hope these dudes don't hear him. Seems like they mean business. Cooler guy. I like this area. These dudes ain't messing around. Okay. What's the entrance? Oh. Garrett? Field researcher. Hey, I've got nothing to do with any of this. Why are you here? I've been helping conduct some research in the lake. There's a team with a base station in La Branche. They rented out an old fishing camp and hired me to set up their monitoring equipment. I was doing some routes, checking the cameras, when all of a sudden people are swimming up to my boat out of the darkness. They climbed in and nearly flipped my flatboat over. They commandeered the thing and took the key, drove us out here. Now they're lost in the crowd somewhere, partying. How will you leave? That's what I'm standing here asking myself. What research are you conducting? A viral network that infected many of the trees in the area. Some of the cypress roots have taken on iridescent quality. They become more electrically conductive. The whole swamp is becoming a kind of a brain, to put it bluntly. But something has changed in the past several weeks. The more conductive cypress are dying. They're seeing rapid erosion and subsidence of the land at their base. The viral network, whatever it is receding. What's causing it to recede? The data suggests a shock to the system. An extremely highly electrical charge overwhelmed its circuitry. Maybe it was lightning, maybe S.H.I.E.L.D. intervened, maybe it was something else. We don't know. Garrett. Great, more hipster scum. We just showed up. What's with the getup? You too? Trent? What's wrong, buddy? Everyone just loves the costume. You know what? That's all people like you, excuse me, like you do, is wear a costume every day of your life. You put on the costume and hope someone notices. I'm wearing this outfit for me, okay? What happened to the collared shirts? We get to wear whatever we want now that the ditch man's in charge. Bro, y'all are a hoot. I love you guys. I hate scum. I'm not with these people. How did this happen? This was supposed to be a small ceremony for Garrett's only. Now it's overrun with smug, cokehead scum. And to top it off, I can't even get into the Ark. They tightened security once the downtime crowd showed up. Downtown crowd. Okay. Now you need a key card to get in. Who has a key card? The engineers, the security Garretts, but the engineers are all inside getting ready for liftoff. Just blocked by a crowd. Oh! Oh, I remember him. For one, I didn't know I could knock on that thing. Two, like, I saw the little fists and all that. Bruce, what? I'm doing something here. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm running ground control. We've got an Ark to launch. Click through the tabs, web map centered on your current location, a troubleshooting guide for our custom cell energy image results of vintage stuffed monkeys. Hey, stop knocking. You know that's loud it is. I've had enough of this, enough hangover as it is. Hey. Yes, please leave. Who wants a monkey? I got a monkey. Are you live streaming this? Yes. This is unbelievable. What a night. Long live the Garretts. Garrett better stop saying that he's Ditchman before the guys across the yard hear him. Yes. Chuck. Gooch. Prayers. Oh, wait. Let me... Hold on. Shipping container. I am the one they call Ditchman. Jesus Christ, he's so gross. I made him... Alright. Oh, nothing. It's him! Where's he at? Up there in the shipping container. Knuckle. Sup, Chuck? Got a position. Here's he at. Where's he at? Up on the shipping container. Give him a little warning shot, why don't you? Say no more, Chuck. Gave the target a little scare, Chuck. Great work. Everybody cleared out. Where'd everybody go? One little gunshot and the place clears out. They shot Gooch. They shot Gooch. They were trying to shoot me. Where are they? Go away, go away. They'll see me here. Just go away. Yeah, well. You approach the injured guard at LeBlanc, beginning search through its pockets. The hell is this? Get off me. Hey, he's shot, man. You trying to pickpocket a guy who just got shot? Yeah, bruh, guess I am. Somebody needs to do something. LeBlanc turns away from the man in the hat and places one hand on the injured guard's shoulder while continuing to dig through his pockets with the other. Just rest, kid. Help's on the way. You called an ambulance? No, but somebody probably did. LeBlanc finds a card in the guard's back pocket and slips it into his own. Good luck. What is it, for God's sake? Don't know. Or, hold on. You want this? Mr. Monkey Man! Monkey offers no response. I had a doll just like this. My dad gave it to me. When I lost Mr. Monkey Man, Dad hugged me. He told me we'd find a new one. But my dad's a dick, okay? He's a jerk. But he gave me Mr. Monkey Man, my best friend. I'm sure he loves you, kid. He told timers, though us old timers just don't know how to talk. Okay, this is the kid whose dad was in the garage that I went talk to as Catherine, who wanted his son back. I shouldn't be here right now. I should be home. Yeah, you shouldn't be in a... The thing is just going to explode anyways. Bye, assholes. A tangled mess of electronics and displayed monitors clutter the interior of the container. You again? You follow the mayhem, don't you? Good grief. Who are you? I'm a man dressed as a bird standing at the foot of a mountain to stupidity and death. And you are a young woman without a face, floating indifferently through a world stuck in time. What about me? You, detective, are allowed to sleep beside a toilet. Perhaps you work beside it as well, though there's been very little of that lately. You fear being alone with your thoughts so much that you'll talk endlessly just to drown them out. Damn, bruh. Thought you were going to give me a fun one. What fun is it, being you? What brings you here? I've been following along. Birds always watch, haven't you noticed? Following along? The affairs of this world are far larger than you could map in the darkness of your mind. The mental lights will illuminate and they will shine for a while. But then they will burn up all the oxygen inside your skull. Why were you at S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because my daughter works there. It's the one night when I may visit her without being seen. Are you the dude, bro? Key card scanner. Alright. Before I walk into there, let me save. Looks like it worked. It's always been a little dream of mine getting to tour a spaceship. Looks like a legitimate operation in here. Everybody hard at work. Wonder if they even know all about the madness about... Oh, wait a second. Was I supposed to do the little radar thing by the crazy bird thing? Wonder if they even know all about the madness happening outside. Whoa! Hey, alright, your little buddy came out to play. I didn't know any better. I'd say the thing was making eyes at you. Excuse me? Why is it so much in my face? I damn wish somebody would kiss me like that one day. What was you doing while that thing was in your pocket? What you was doing while... Okay? Okay, you alright? Oh, Lord. Why is his face stretching like that? Don't like this. You're not looking so hot. Got shaky knees? That kiss sweep you off your feet? Maybe you just need some fresh air. Should we take a walk? Maybe what you need is darkness. Want me to dim the lights? We can find somewhere dark to walk, like the canyons of the moon. Think you got sidewalks on the moon? Think they got sidewalks on the moon? I bet they glow all night, just like the ghost bayous do. The ghost bayous glow to show you where to go. No, he didn't. Maybe everywhere that you need to go just glows. You alright, kid? You alright, kid? Alright? I don't like this at all. What the hell is happening in here? Some kind of fever dream. That's terrifying. Nothing else? Jeez. Alright, Dracula. Oh! Oh, shoot. I'm doing him because her things... I can't... Whoa! No, no, no. No, no, that's not what I wanted to do. What was that? Such a weird fever dream. This is all inside of that arc, or is this inside of my psychedelic mind that's going on right now? This game is so bizarre. Oh no, it's the robot that I burnt up. No? Did I not hit anything? Well, there we go. I was hitting it too fast. Oh, let's go. Is this like the swamp? I'm going through all the different levels of... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Oh crap. Did LeBlanc die? Blech. The hell? It's just me. A statue towers above you, arms extended, appendages projecting out like the naked shafts of feathers. So I can either go to Shepherd's Watch or Mezzanine. Let's go this way. LeBlanc. Oh, there he is. The detective is slouched against the railing, bleeding from several wounds. Who puts a balcony on a spaceship? What happened to you? Tried to tell you to turn around. Why didn't you listen? If you can get out of here, just go. You was running around down there just punching walls, knocking shit over. Eventually, I lost sight of you, came up here to find you, but the old man, shit. I'm bleeding out. I can hardly keep my eyes open. Hell no, don't touch me. Just go. And listen, okay? You see, Gus, don't tell him I got killed by some old perverted son of a bitch. He might think it's kind of funny. I think that's funny. Tell him it was an animal, like a big raccoon. I guess that's even better. Well, not a raccoon, just you drifts in and out of consciousness. Just don't say it was an alligator. He always thought he knew the swamps better than me, and hell, I'm not doing too good, Kay. Detective's breathing slows. He blinks, his face twitches, and a few moments later, he releases you from his grip. Shield lights the distance beyond the lake. Detective is slouched against the railing. I don't know if that was the right choice. You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. Continue. You take a small step and you hand run along the wall for guidance. No trace of light anywhere in this corridor. Your steps become lighter, your feet press soundly upon the ground. A few steps more and the ground begins to soften like fabric. The wall becomes pliable as you drag your fingers across it. You scramble to return to the door and find yourself floating. You're floating, Kay. There's no gravity here. You are in this vacuum. There is no walls. There's no ground. Beneath you, if you look closely, you can see the curves of the Mississippi River. You can see the ponds and the canals and the lakes of the Gulf of Mexico. The refineries alight in your eyes and in your lungs. The suburbs are alive tonight. The suburbs are alive. And the city can't be described tonight. The city can't be described. The coastline opens wide tonight and the bayous hide. Your house is silent tonight. The flood will arrive tonight. You slip from the endless evening and return to a delirious dream. Is that my house? Let's walk through this house as the floodwaters rise. The humidity presses in. The refinery bleeds through the window. You place your feet onto the carpet, drenched. The pumping station has failed again. Your mom will pull this carpet up again. The ditches will fill again, and there will be no hiding from the floods in death or anywhere else. Look at Monkey. Monkey smiles at you. His eyes widen and widen. All that remains of Monkey are his eyes. Pursue books. Look out the window. The wrens weave in and out of the night and they glow unnaturally. They speak in signals about each move you make. They watch closely after you look away. Peruse books. Will you make it out alive? Will you make it out alive? Your brother might live as well. If you choose to save him, you'll drive the boat to the lakeshore in Kenner. You return with him to this home and remain here many years. The two of you will rarely speak until the night that you apologize. He'll grow up a bit after that. You'll take odd jobs in the city. You'll return to the hospice on the morning Duck dies. His memorial will be a small affair among friends in the diner on airline. Slowly you'll lose your wanderlust, discover more reasons to remain in the town and build a life. You'll never catch sight of the old man again, though you'll often sense that he's nearby. This night in Norco will be a media spectacle for some days, but it will soon be forgotten, though the wreckage will remain. This is a lot of room, so I have to go through all of this? The water is in your ankles now as you step onto the room. There's not much here. A bed lamp, a notepad, a little picture of your parents. She's young, perhaps your age. Long brunette hair, olive skin. She's looking at her with a he's looking at her with a knowing and amused expression. His denim shirt smears with rust, not crust. She leans against him, her head on your shoulder, pinky fingers locked. Light breaks through the oak trees in the yard, foaming a radiant halo around her head. You let the frame slip from your fingers, it falls away, and so does the room. Blake lies in bed scrolling on his phone. You peek your head in. He looks up. He says he's irritated. You respond. His frown becomes more shallow. You're leaving, he seems to think. Your face hardens. He shrugs. You shrug. You give something like a wave, and as you depart from the door, Blake falls into a lake of stars. What is this? A bathroom? As you enter the bathroom, you find yourself all at once inside the shower with water raining down on you. You cut the water and exit and towel off in the hurry as you approach the mirror. You wipe the steam off the surface. You see yourself. For the first time, you have green eyes, coarse hair curled wildly at the ends. You look like your mom did at your age, like in the pictures when she smiled beside Blue. There's a small scar above your left eye. You step away from the mirror, but the reflection remains. You finish drying and throwing the towel into the flood water, dress, flip the lights, and leave the room. The reflection in the mirror decays in the bulb's afterglow. A distorted face, pinpoint eyes, and a hairline mouth wills itself to survive. Your mom sits on the couch of the living room staring out the window. She doesn't acknowledge you when you enter. You sit down on the couch and force her attention. When she turns to you, the indifference drains from her face. I wish you'd have come just a little sooner, she says, and takes your hand. I thought maybe we'd have breakfast together or something. I actually dreamed about it. I'd wanted to. That's what I'd hoped, she smiled, just that you'd want to. She hugs you awkwardly and kisses you on the forehead before wiping tears on her own sleeve. Tears on her sleeve. She looks down at her feet. It's flooding. You nod. All right, well, I should. She gets up without another word and walks out the room. The refinery explosion plays on the television when you get up to leave. Roaches scatter from your footfalls. They feed on the crumbs and medication spilled on the table. They decorate every surface and congeal in the rising water. Open the microwave. You open the microwave door and there is the head from the lake, eyes closed like the face of the man only resting. You slam the microwave door shut and leave the little pockets behind for the roaches to fill. The laundry room scares you as always. Blue stands in the corner. He peels his forehead from the wall to meet you. He clutches a towel tightly, nervously. Speak to Blue. I wanted to be around, he said. No, it's not what happened, but it's what I wanted. He waits for you to respond. I did too. You were too young to want anything, Kay. You don't remember me at all, like I was never there. Not blaming you for it, just the way it happened to be. He puts his hand on the wall, and the wall begins to dissolve. You just don't think that. He looks down at the water sputtering across the linoleum tiles. That it'll get bad. But when it does, you don't think there's any other way it can be. That's what gets me. The voided light of the backyard breaks through the wall, and he presses his hand more firmly against it. I don't know, I just wish I was there. That's all I wanted to say. The light engulfs your father. As the wall materialized before you and the laundry room drops into the depths of the greater New Orleans secret office. The ladder rattles in the closet of the hidden room as you descend into the floodwaters. Million's head hangs limp, her chin a few inches from the water's surface. As you trudge towards her, she's shattered face lifts slowly until her voice twists from in the gasp of electricity. Kay, you're awake, she says. A sphere of flickering light strobes behind what remains of her face. I want to apologize for my behavior earlier. You tried to kill me. Her head shivers. She attempts to stand in the floodwaters, but loses her balance and immediately crashes back into the pool. Do you see? Broken. Her gestures become small, erratic spasm is animated by a deep current of anguish, and you have seen what's inside my head? A grove hidden in the blackness of night where a hunter hides. In some moments, the hunter is at the front of my mind, dragging me into place where the ground glows red and hatred bleeds from it, and I can hardly arrest my limbs for all of the infinite spiraling vectors of rage. That is what it can be like in an artificial mind. She lifts her hand from the floodwaters and pokes at her processing cord suspended in the delicate gossamer. It glows with effort beyond her shattered faceplate. Here is where the hunter lives, she says, her voice vocals pitch twisted and splits as she pinches at the glandular machine. Whew. This is where he listens to your mother, these stars. She swats at the flaking bits of the straightened glass that decorate the rim of her face, are his eyes. She shakes her head violently. Crystals of glass rain in the water as it rises to find her neck. What am I then? Does it mean anything when I apologize? The water rises more to the crown of her head. She continues to speak in indecipherable static. Soon there is no more robot left to flood. You swim through the black waters towards the light of the attic as the room sucks down into the suburban depths. Million's face hangs in the fluid of your eyes and you float in the vacuum of the New Orleans sky. Oh, I gotta go through both sides to open up the main door. Great. Oh. Oh, is this the Sinclair lady? You slide a piece of paper from the envelope that rests on the desk to find a crudely drawn sketch of your family. Oh boy. Kay, did you come to watch the flames with your pawpaw? I hope you don't mind me being here inside of this blessed memory. The refinery at night is just so splendid, isn't it? It shines still more beautifully in your mind. Thank you for allowing me to visit, if only for a moment. I hope we might have a word together before our journey begins. I've lived many lives. One of them I lived in this town. I watched them build this place. I've watched the plantation land become machine land. No one minded me being here, waiting for all of the pieces to assemble. Time bombs or time machines. They released the future into the streets. This refinery was a time bomb with or without me. It looks less than it might, seems to unstick the future from its snare. I shaved a little hole in a pipe elbow. I left a servo motor behind and a box of treasures and to help it strike. Little things, little boxes, little bits of rocks. That's all it takes for a town to explode. And just like John, Blue was gone. No trouble for us anymore. Who are you? I am what they say I am. I was never young. I walked eons. I came upon the tar seeps of those desert wastes and across the steeps and oceans to this place, cast from each illusion of hope and promise to keep with the young man. I kept with the young man. A kingdom for this earth it could never be. We sat, all of us, in the shed among the figs where the stars shone through the rafters. She who carried his seed pointed there and said, "Old man, you live forever. Lead his children there. His kingdom awaits them there in the swamps of Norco." So I will, you see. You're lying. I would not lie to you, Kay. About this, I would not lie. Why my family? Because you are the last of his line. After you, there will be no more. This is something your grandfather knew. He tried to tell others, but they only laughed, and as many do when confronted with the truth. What does she find? A message. A vessel of God's light, an angel. It will guide and protect us as we fly. I have made room. I have made the room nice for you. When you enter, it will be there, and your brother will be there, and your mother as well. Your seat is prepared at the foot of her throne. Sit when you enter, child. We will leave the sins of this world behind. What? The man in the ditch believes that he walked alongside Jesus Christ and was introduced by Mary Magdalene to deliver Christ's descendants to the stars. He has beheaded Ken or John, hijacked. Oh, I am in the way. Hijacked his home-brewed spacecraft and kidnapped your brother to complete his task. Holy crapola. He claims to have planted a bomb in Shield's catalytic cracking units, causing the explosion that killed your father many years ago. You know, I'm really glad they have this little timeline, like, summary thing, because everything that I just read, I didn't understand. I did to an extent, but it was like, whoever wrote this? Good grief, what were you on? He claims to have been planted, okay, many years ago. Your mom saw something in the lake. Papa wants it. Papa believes the orb will guide your family to an extraterrestrial Christian civilization. All this. Okay. Okay. Why does my brother have red eyes? Blake writhes desperately in the chair. You see your mom for the first time in 5 years. Her corpse bears almost no resemblance to the woman you remember. Oh my god. Papa. Oh, Papa, you have been snorting some bath salts there, my dude. We waited only a short while for you, child. And yet it has been an eternity and evening without end. Take your seat, Kay. We be with your family. Do I have to? I don't want to sit down. Sit? No. Do I have to? You approach the chair and glance over to Blake. He watches with dreadful panic eyes. You sit. Very good, child. I know that you both are afraid, but remain strong. You will be rewarded for your courage in the world that awaits. Papa Wright raises the transceiver in his hand. Garrett, my boy. Garrett, come in, boy. Bruce, answer me. Oh, I sent him home. Did you or Daddy call you home? Bruce? Bruce. Not to worry, Kay. Be with your family. I will return shortly, and then it will be time. Only a moment. This chamber is yours. There's no leaving it now. Not for you, not for Blake. Settle. What was that noise? Settle into your fate, okay? Settle in. He walks away quickly out of the room and through the steel doors at the end of the hall. You immediately spring from your seat. You rush to untangle Blake from the mess of ropes and duct tape and binds him to the chair. As you peel the tape from his face, he lets out a helpless and exaggerated cry of terror. The sphere hovers above your mom's head without any apparent motion. You wrap your arms around your mother's corpse. What is wrong with me? And lifts her from the throne. She is even lighter than you expected. She feels like a bundle of sticks wrapped in fabric. She smells like orange peels and mirth. Oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise, what am I doing? All you see in your brother's eyes. You see it all in your brother's eyes. Why does he look like a Muppet? He just... like Bert and Ernie. We see him existing. The ride share outside the bar. You see the boys in the van. They wait a breath before they jump out and grab him. Oh, he was exiting the ride share bar outside. He screams, he panics. They throw a bag over his head and repeatedly hit him with small extendable batons. Until they're certain he's unconscious. There's darkness, color, blood screams, light. He's in a chair now, not here, down below, beyond the door. A riot is unfolding and a gunshot, the sounds of crowds. The old man sits there before him, applying mascara with a small pocket mirror. His face is covered with a little plastic jewel. They crack and peel, and from his face, as he smiles, Blakey says, "You're awake." The others turn away as he begins to laugh. Okay. Let's leave. We're leaving. Okay. LeBlanc looks like he's gone. No. How do I leave? Oh, we gonna jump. Dive into the lake. Yes. You approach the railing. Oh. Finish the game. You dive after your brother as the ark begins to rock and convulse. You plunge into the familiar sediment of the lake. You grab your mom's wrist as she floats face down in the bayou, dragging her along with you. Blake swims desperately towards land, and for a while you do too, until the old man calls your name. You turn to face a rattling starship against the breaking dawn. He stands at the opening for where you jumped, wearing a twisted frown. The expression deepens into something horrible as the airlock closes around him like the lid of an eye. The ark begins to lift from the ground, sluggishly, with great effort. You hear cries from somewhere in the swamp, screams, angry protestations. The towering piece of machinery tilts away from you. You exhale and drop deeper into the water as the walls of flame rips across the bayou. You struggle to swim through the depths while hugging your mom with one arm. At last you arrive at the bank. Gasping, you pull her from the water. Blake emerges from the flickering shadows and hoists the corpse awkwardly over his shoulder. As you gain your footing in the mud, the terror has not left his face. You look back at the whine of motor cuts through the noise. A detective pulls the aluminum boat along the bank. "All aboard," he gasps. Oh, he's alive. You and Blake load your mother into the boat. You help the detective aside and take a seat at the stern as the rocket collapses violently into the swamp. Throttling the motor, you guide the boat towards the refinery that burns on the horizon. That was some crazy psychedelic fever dream of a game. That's so crazy. There's a lot of people involved in this too. And it's all set in a little section of Louisiana called Norco. That actually exists. And there is a lot of refinery plants and stuff out there. Interesting. Let's see how long these... This is a lot of credits. Let's see. Interesting. Well, that's it. Thank you everybody who has joined me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next series. Bye.